Hey there, day 7 here in in Oklahoma City, and it's been a lot of fun. It's just been cold, so I've been wearing my cold uniform, my sweater section, and I went back and kind of looked at some of the tunes that I've done throughout the years, and I put out this at one point, which is my DVD. To people use DVDs anymore? But I have a bunch of these if you want one. And I was looking at some of the tunes that I did on it on the back, kind of showcases off where we did this really fun concert. It had a great band, some violin and cello players. It was a really incredible experience in Tulsa at the Harweldon Mansion. And one of the tunes I did on it was a song called Wish You Would. And I thought I would play that one and give a little bit of background as to where that one came from. I wrote that in Pittsburgh. We had a basement, and I went down on the stairs, like on the very bottom of the stairs down there. It was weird. It was like a basement that had a toilet out in the open, which I guess is like a thing in Pittsburgh and basements. It's just to have like this basement toilet. It's very, very odd, and it's a very Pittsburgh thing. But I was down there and I had my guitar and I don't know, just having one of those moments thinking about just what you want out of a situation and not necessarily getting it, and the disappointment that comes from it. And that even though sometimes, especially me at my naivety, like that it's a little silly and it's a little expecting a lot out of somebody, that you just don't care. You wish you had something with them, or you wish it would work out in a way that it's just not at that moment. Whether it's rational or not rational, you have to have it the way you want it. And years later, after writing this song, people interpret it different ways. I put it out, and somebody came back to me and said, "Oh man, I really like Wish You Would. It's one of my favorite songs." And I said, "Oh, that's awesome." And they said, "I really am, really get the vibe of what you wrote that as." And I said, "What do you mean?" And they said, "It's about somebody who died, like somebody who passed away, and that you just wish they would come back." And I was like, that wasn't the way that I wrote it, and that was not the intent. But I went back and I listened to the lyrics. I mean, listening to my own song, like back at me, with that in mind, and it totally fit. And I thought, wow, that's really cool how music can be that open-ended, that in lyrics, and what you bring to it sometimes is what it becomes. And somebody brought that element to it. And now sometimes when I think about playing it, I think, maybe in that moment of playing it, I intend it for somebody who passed away that I miss. So, interesting little story there. So this is Wish You Would. Well, I don't have to be alone tonight. I should be dancing underneath the lights, but instead I'm thinking of you. You appear at the oddest times, and just when I'm convinced that I'm doing fine. Do you know what you do? The old letters I find send me on rewind to the days I'd rather not hit play. But once I'm on that road, there's nowhere to go but the one headed back your way. I'm not naive, I know where this will lead. Nowhere safe and nowhere good. I can't keep away, you enter every day, but sometimes I just so wish you would. 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 The spare change in the car ashtray is begging to be used for a call away. But I hesitate. Is my voice ever when I'm not near? Would you listen close or try not to hear? If I offer all I am, would you take the old letters I find? Send me on a rewind to the days I'd rather not hit play. But once I'm on that road, there's nowhere to go but the one headed back your way. I'm not naive, I know where this will lead. Nowhere safe and nowhere good. Can't keep away, you enter every day. But sometimes I just so wish you would. 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 Yeah. The old letters I find send me on a rewind to the days I'd rather not hit play. But once I'm on that road, there's nowhere to go but the one headed back your way. I'm not naive, I know where this will lead. Nowhere safe and nowhere good. I can't keep away, you enter every day. But sometimes I just so wish you would. 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 Sometimes I just so wish you would.